Hello, welcome back to the channel, and today I just got back from the theater watching Deadpool and Wolverine. And my god, maybe Marvel isn't dead after all. So, let's just jump right into this, claws first. Or katanas first. So, Deadpool and Wolverine is the third installment of the Deadpool series, and might be the last one. We'll have to see on that one. And this time around, it follows Deadpool as he comes to find out via the TVA that his universe is dying due to the death of Logan, who died in Logan. Because of that, his universe is now dying, and the TVA are like, "Hey, we can bring you out of your universe." And Deadpool's like, "Fuck that! I don't want my universe to die. I don't want all the people I care about to die." So he enlists to fix his universe from dying by getting a new Wolverine. Only for them to find out only for him to do that and find out there's a much bigger threat. So that is the general plot of this film. And normally I would start off by just talking about the good stuff and then getting to the bad stuff. But for this movie, I only have one bad thing I want to say about it. So let's just talk about that now. And that is, the only real problem I had with this film is that the locations in it, for most of the locations in this movie, were pretty boring. Like they were just generic boring locations that you could see in like any kind of superhero movie. Besides, there's only two locations in this whole movie that were unique. And that was the field with all the 20th Century Fox logo. I thought that was cool looking. Looked a bit like Davy Jones's locker from Pirates of the Caribbean, only not as white. And the villain's base, Cassandra Nova, her base is cool looking because it is literally just the hollowed out corpse of Ant-Man. So that's pretty dark. So yeah, but besides those two locations, the places they go in this movie aren't that interesting looking. They're just pretty generic and boring. Now, thankfully, the action makes up for that, which leads us into talking about the good stuff. Like I said, so let's just start out. The action is like some of the best action sequences Marvel has had in years. Like, I don't think we've had an action sequence this good since the final battle in Endgame, for Christ's sakes. Again, that hallway sequence in Guardians 3 is also up there, but like the action in this is so damn good. So I kind of want to get into spoilers with the fights and just tell you how good they are. So, spoiler warning, I'll just talk about the three fights to me that are the best. So the first fight is the opening fight, which also serves as our opening credits. Is after Deadpool is told that his universe is dying because his Wolverine is dead. He digs up the corpse of Logan, and he's talking to it a little bit, and then the TVA shows up trying to capture Deadpool. So instead of using his guns or his katanas, no, Deadpool decides he's gonna fight all these people with the bones of Logan. Which Logan's bones are really good weapons because they're made of fucking adamantium. And you just watching Deadpool beat all these people to death with Logan's bones, and it's both really funny and also really gruesome. Like, this opening fight sequence shows right away that they aren't fucking around with this R rating. Now, the second fight that was really good that I'm going to bring up was the first fight between Deadpool and Wolverine. Oh my god, it's like everybody's dreams came true. Like, everyone who wanted to see that fight got what they wanted. It's so good. They beat the shit out of each other, and it's just so magnificent. So magnificent. And then the final fight I'm going to bring up, which, again, spoilers, because this is the final fight of the movie. So, spoilers. that means go watch the fucking movie. Holy shit. Like, I would hate to actually spoil this. So I'm not actually. I'm going to save this final fight for the end. But still, I will talk spoilers. So let's talk about the other great thing about this movie. The humor. Now, granted, I was a little worried how they would do the humor in this one. Because again, this is Deadpool under Disney. Now, thank God they didn't neuter him. Because the jokes in this are brutal. And I'm actually kind of surprised Disney let them get away with it. Like, they make jokes about, like, everything. They do not leave anything safe. They make jokes about Kevin Feige, about current Marvel, superhero tropes, Disney, the Fox Marvel movies. They joke about everything. They joke about multiverse stuff. They do not leave anything unscathed. They joke about fucking everything to the point where, like, it feels like the South Park game, the Fractured Butthole. It feels a lot like that game. How, you know, they'll all make, like, the boys in that game will make fun of current superhero stuff. It is kind of odd that that game actually predicted multiverse, the multiverse trope being a big thing. It is kind of odd that that game managed to predict it. And yeah, but yeah, the action, humor top tier. I was laughing my ass off throughout this whole thing. And it's just some of the best Marvel humor. Which, I mean, with Deadpool, of course it was going to be. Now, I want to talk about the thing that was surprisingly good in this, and that was the drama. The drama in this movie was shockingly good. Like, the stuff with Deadpool was that, you know, Deadpool throughout this movie, again, spoilers, but Deadpool wants to feel like he's worth something, you know. He doesn't want to be just, you know, the quip guy. He wants to actually feel like he's worth something. Which, you know, it's handled good. You know, it's a nice through line throughout the whole movie. But the real good drama stuff in this comes with Wolverine. Because they established that in this film, this version of Wolverine left pretty much his universe to die. Like, he let all the X-Men got killed because of him. And throughout this movie, he's trying to avenge their deaths on this adventure. And there are several scenes where Logan is just kind of spilling his guts with his regret for letting them all die. In fact, again, spoiler alert, spoiler warning. The reason he's wearing the yellow suit in this movie is because it's the last thing he has of them to remind him. Like, it's the last thing he has to remind him of them. And it is legitimately almost tear-jerking. Like, it's rehandled incredibly well. So yeah, the drama, surprisingly good in this. Now, I think I'm ready to talk spoilers. So, again, if you haven't seen the movie yet, go watch it. And come back if you want to. I mean, if you fucking hate me, then don't come back. And, in fact, why are you even here to begin with? But, so, spoiler stuff. I'm going to talk about the last fight scene, I guess. The last fight scene is Deadpool and Wolverine fighting a whole bunch of Deadpool variants, and it is amazing. It feels almost like a John Wick action fight scene. It's that good. Because the camera is just moving this way as you see Deadpool and Wolverine hacking their way through all these Deadpool variants. And then it goes onto a bus, and it's just so much bloody carnage, and it's so good. It's so good. Now I will admit, I kind of wish the Deadpool variants did a bit more, but that fight sequence between our Deadpool and Wolverine versus the Deadpool variants was amazing. Now, I want to talk a bit about the villain of this movie, which is Cassandra Nova. If you don't know, she's the sister to Charles Xavier, Professor X, and she is fucking terrifying in this. Because unlike her brother, who just, does that to read people's minds, no, she has to stick her fucking hand in your face, and you see all the fingers wriggling around in your head, and it's creepy. It's really creepy. It's really, really creepy. And her motivation is kind of unique and destructive. In this, what she wants to do, she wants to destroy the entire multiverse until there is nothing but the void left. Because the only home she's known is the void, so she wants to destroy the multiverse. Just so there's nothing but that area left. And honestly, great villain. Now, not as good as someone like the High Evolutionary, but still a great villain. Now, let's talk about the last thing, the cameos. Again, we're in the spoiler section, so I don't know why, if you haven't seen the movie, why you're here, but again, spoiler warning, this will be your last one. In this, there's not actually that many cameos that there's not as many cameos as I thought there would be. But there's also some characters that I wasn't even expecting to cameo in this. But the big thing that I really like that this movie did is instead of having the cameos just be nostalgia, like just paid nostalgia, instead of just that, the cameos in this movie actually feel like characters that, get to do stuff. They're not just cameos. They actually get to be characters that get to do stuff. Which is great. It's a nice change. And compared to movies like The Flash or Multiverse of Madness, it's nice to see the cameos actually get to fucking do something. Other than die. Well, either die or just show up for a second, So yeah, and also, the cameos get some level of drama. They want to be remembered. They don't want to be forgotten, because obviously these cameos are from other Marvel films, the older Marvel ones, not MCU stuff. And they kind of don't want to be forgotten. They don't want people to forget their worlds. Which, not the deepest thing, but it's good. But again, it's just nice to say that the cameos get to feel like real fucking characters. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say with this one. So, putting Deadpool and Wolverine into the old blood bag here, I'm going to give it a 100%. Yes, could have the locations been better? Of course. But from the incredible action, to the great humor, to the surprisingly good drama, it is a 10 out of 10 across the board. And it's clear Marvel made another great fucking trilogy. And if you are a person who says Marvel is dead, maybe watching this might change your opinion on that. Or not. Who knows? Who the fuck knows? But seriously though, this is a great goddamn movie. But anyway, that was my review on Deadpool and Wolverine. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Leave a like if you did, subscribe if you enjoy my content, and I will see y'all next time. Goodbye.